Okay, all right. I think we are live. We're live here. This is Brent Leary, first of all. I'm sitting here live at a lot of hubbub going around. This is a Salesforce Small Business Base Camp here in New York City. And there are hundreds of people walking around here. There's a lot of noise, a lot of good stuff. A lot of people are interested in what's going on. And I'm sitting here with Tony Rodoni, who is the Executive Vice President of SMB Sales for Salesforce. First of all, Tony, thank you for joining me. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, hi, Brent. It's great. The energy's wonderful here in New York City today.
It absolutely is. And first of all, I told you you're Executive Vice President, but tell us a little bit more about what you do with Salesforce.
Yeah, so I run the SMB sales teams at Salesforce. I've been here for 10 years, and during that whole time, I've been working with small businesses on their use and adoption of CRM for sales, marketing, and service.
Very cool. Now, you've been there a lot of years.
Yeah.
And you've been involved in talking with small businesses over the course of that time. Tell me, how has small business changed since you got started with Salesforce to where we are today with all this great things going on?
Well, first of all, when Salesforce was founded, it started with small businesses. So small business has been our roots since the day the company started 17 years ago. What I see is really changing in the industry is we used to have to evangelize why people would use the cloud. Is it safe? Are they comfortable? And we're not evangelizing that anymore. If anything, I would say small businesses are the innovators and early adopters of almost every type of technology we come out with. And the reason it is technology makes small businesses more nimble. It makes them look bigger than they are. We call it the blowfish effect, right? How do I look bigger than I am? And think about it. 15 years ago, it cost a lot of capital and time if you wanted to build an e-commerce company or distribute over the web or market over the web. And now those costs have come down so much. And at Salesforce, we're helping make our customers look bigger than they are, grow faster. And one of the things I like to think about with our cloud technology is we future-proof technology for them, because we're generating new releases 3 or 4 times a year.
So we're at this great event. You have a number of partners involved. So you have some folks from Amazon, you have Ring Central, you have Yelp. We'll talk to the gentleman next later. Why is it so important for Salesforce to be doing these things, to be doing the outreach to small business today?
Oh boy. So when we speak to small businesses, they often tell us, they'll say to me, Tony, we're using you for CRM, but what other technology should we use in our business? And they really think of us as advisors for small business technology. And the people we've invited here today are the types of companies we think can make a big difference for small businesses. And if they've already started with Salesforce, this is a good segue into accounting, payroll, reviews, website development, etc. And we really think it's less about an individual vendor and more about the community we're creating together in CRM, right?
So the landscape has changed tremendously from when you guys started with Salesforce to now, thinking from a small business perspective. Things are moving quick.
Yeah.
How are small businesses, the ones that you're talking to, how are they keeping up? Are they ahead of the pack, or what are they doing to stay competitive in this kind of really tough environment?
Yeah. Well, my favorite thing about working with small businesses is they're just more nimble. And whether it's a competitive environment, an economic environment, they see it first and they can act first. And really what I see happening is they use technology to shift in their business as quickly as possible. So if they're a retailer, they know how to change the offers they're providing. If they're using CRM to sell through a direct organization, they know how to shift their product mix to their pricing mix. And it's really about shifting from being a system of record to using CRM as a system of engagement. And the 2 biggest trends we're seeing right now, one is a whole area around data science and artificial intelligence. Look, no small business should have a data science department, but we want to put functionality into the product that helps them see trends, recommend actions, take next steps, and our SMB customers are going to see that in their products pretty darn quick.
When you talk about that kind of thing, machine learning, data science, most people do think of it as a big enterprises game, but what are some of the best ways that you're seeing some of the small guys take advantage of kind of the insights that are coming from systems now?
Yeah. Boy, we shouldn't overcomplicate it. The best thing that you can use in systems with data science are things like lead scoring and knowing which leads to respond to the quickest. And today, clients do that themselves, and our data science will do that for them. Or how about, like, if you have a lead coming in, which one should I call back now? Which one's the highest priority? Or if I'm in support, how should I automatically escalate a case or automate a task? Whether it's sales, service, or marketing, people want the features in it to tell them what to do next. And I think the first generation of CRM left it to the user to figure out what to do next. And the innovation happening in CRM is to start recommending to people what to do for them.
So what's exciting the small businesses that you're talking to about the future, about what the technology can do for them?
Yeah. The neatest things I've seen is the proliferation of devices. Look at, we're recording this today at an event with a little tiny camera on your phone.
Right.
And these phones are ubiquitous. And what we see more and more small businesses doing is run their business from their phone, because they're mobile as well. And the exciting trend that's happening there is they don't want to be tethered to their desk when running their business. The best decisions happen when you're out of your office.
So what do you want folks to walk away from today after being at this event? What do you want them to walk away from?
Well, this is a mix of people who've used Salesforce and people that are new, very early small businesses. And what's crazy, when we research small businesses, 80% still are not using any marketing automation.
80%?
80%. 85% still use email and spreadsheets to manage their customer interaction. And I'd say the simplest thing we're doing here today that we helped do 16 years ago when we started the company is really evangelize to people that there's a better way to manage their business when they want to grow, and doing it with Salesforce is dead simple.
Freddie, one last question I can think of is peer out to the future.
Yep.
Maybe a year or two from now, we're at an event like this. What are we going to be talking about when it comes to small business, technology, and what's driving small business?
If you think, 1 or 2 years is short in our horizon. I think the most important thing we're going to see with small businesses is almost a graduation rate. We're going to talk about our new batch of small businesses that are created and how they're using technology, because the ones that we're here with today, they graduate, right? They grow into larger companies. They pivot in their industry. I don't mean to say every company is trying to be much larger, but they'll do more with less, and Salesforce will help them be smarter in doing that.
So tell our folks out there where they can learn more about what's going on with Salesforce and small business.
Yeah. So certainly go to salesforce.com/smallbusiness, but there's other resources as well. If you're trying to learn Salesforce for the first time, there's a website called Salesforce Trailhead that is a learning environment for you to learn how to use the technology. And it's as simple as logging onto that site and experiencing Salesforce as a user for the first time.
Hey, thanks for the time. This has been great. We're going to have a couple of your friends come in and talk a little bit. But a pleasure seeing you again, and looking forward to seeing what else goes on, because I know there's a bigger event tomorrow too. Right?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, and thanks again, Brent.
Take care. Okay, so you go ahead and grab the mic. I'm going to kind of talk for a little bit. Let's go ahead and get Jamie Domenici in.